Hi everyone, welcome back to Cardvoyant. I'm Kris and I'm your Cardvoyant, and we've got a whole new suit of cards to learn today, so let's get to it. Well, here we are on to our next suit of the minor arcana, which is the Pentacles. Now, Pentacles, as you can see, actually look like coins, and in some decks they are represented as coins and called the coins cards. And that's because these cards are all about physical things, in particular money and finances, property, things that we actually own. The Pentacles are related to the earth signs, so Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And just like those signs, these Pentacle cards are about earthy things, generosity, being down to earth, and, you know, prosperity, all of these kinds of things. But because we're dealing with the world, the physical world, we're also talking about ourselves. So Pentacles cards are also about us, about our physical body, about sometimes health and nutrition, those kinds of things. Often about things that we deal with in our relationship to our physical body, self-esteem, any kinds of issues that you might have with, you know, like anger management, those kinds of things. And maybe not you, maybe your client, maybe the people around you. I mean, obviously the cards talk about different people and different things. So let's explore the Pentacles cards. And we will start, of course, with the Ace of Pentacles. All right, well, another ace card, and another great ace cards, because they all are. But this gift that the hand in the cloud in the ace card is offering has to do with physical things. It often has to do with money itself, opportunities for money, a job, connection with people, any of these things that could bring you this new physical wealth in whatever form that takes, because it can also have to do with homes and property, health. You know, we talked about in the introduction to the Pentacles about how this can relate to your physical body. So it can be about health. And it can be about, as I said, self-esteem. And so this can be about opportunities to grow in that way, to advance in some way related to that. And when you see this card, that's what it's talking about for your client, for yourself, is this opportunity that either they are seeing and should seize, or that they aren't seeing because it's still coming, or that they aren't noticing for some reason or aren't taking advantage of. So it can be kind of an idea of what's coming or what's there, and this is drawing their attention to it. Now, in the background of this ace card, you'll notice how lush it is. It's got this beautiful sort of like almost garden setting. It's got this doorway in the background that is an egg shape. Now, this egg shape is also in the World card, if you'll remember. And this egg shape has to do with the idea of security, like the boundaries that the shell represents, and the safety and security of that. But it also speaks to potential. It's the potential of what this ace card is bringing you. And that's, you know, whatever we're talking about, whatever you're talking about with your client, whether it's jobs or money or health or property, any of these kinds of physical things that the Pentacles cards talk about. Now, you'll also see in the background of this card the mountains, and those mountains in this card and in many of the cards and most of the cards, when you see mountains, they speak to some degree of higher learning, like this elevation of self. In this case, it's very physical. So it is often about, you know, actual learning. And that can be the opportunity that's coming in with this Pentacles cards, is something to do with schooling. So this ace card, again, is just such a gift, and on so many for so many different reasons, but all related, again, as with all pentacles, to this physical earthiness. Now, the Two of Pentacles. This is a card that I really like, even though in some ways it signals that your life is challenging or hectic. As you can see, the figure in this card, who looks like a court jester, is actually juggling two pentacles. The hopeful part for me is that these pentacles are surrounded by the infinity sign. So while this card is about being busy, having to juggle multiple priorities, about learning to multitask, it's also giving us an assurance that you can do this, right? That's the infinity symbol. It's reminding us of the eternal nature of our lives and our soul's purpose, and that, you know, all these things we are given to challenge us, but we are able to do them. And in fact, with this card, you are doing them. I mean, this is a card that is happening almost always. For me, in my experience, it has always been an acknowledgement of what's going on. Now, as you can see in the background of this card, you've also got the ships. And these ships are riding waves. And this also is an acknowledgement of life's ups and downs. And this is, you know, this is an acknowledgement too that while this time is difficult often, or hectic, just super busy, you've got a lot of, you know, things going on in your life, it's telling you that, you know, these really hectic times don't last, that you can do this and that you'll get through it. I've gotten this card several times for people who are single parents, people with their own businesses or starting their own businesses, and that's the kind of typical scenario that this might relate to. This card also asks you and encourages you to look at the ways that you're managing your time. You know, if you're feeling like overwhelmed, is there a time management issue? It reminds us that being busy doesn't always mean being productive. So when we see this, there's that assurance that you can work this out, you know, and you're going to get through this. But it does acknowledge that, yes, this busyness, this hecticness in your life is happening, but you can do it. And that's the positive aspect that I love about this card. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Well, we're well into the suit of Pentacles, so come back again and learn about the 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards. Bye-bye.